Hello, dear friends of PÖFF. My name is Päike Triinu Tamm, and welcome back to PÖFF TV. We are right in the heart of Black Nights Film Festival, and I'm very happy to welcome here in the studio with me Kullar Viimne, a great director from Estonia, who is participating in this year's festival with his film Torn, or in Estonian also Torn. So, to know what's behind this maybe a little bit weird translation thing and much more, let's give a warm welcome to our guest, Kullar. Tere, hello.
Tere, hello.
How are you?
Oh, good. Feeling cozy. Nice place.
It's good to hear. So, I have prepared some questions to get to know you better and your work also better. As I looked, you have studied in Estonia, also in Czech Republic and also in Belgium. So I can say it's safe to say you are a professional.
Well, thank you.
So let's talk about the film Torn or Torn. So maybe let's start from this name thing. I mean, if we would translate Torn from Estonian, it should be tower. But you said it's Torn in both languages. What is the thing behind this name thing?
Well, to be honest, I'm quite happy with the title because our main character is also as a kind of inventor. He invents things, but also he has his personal, emotional issues, and I found this title that it works in both ways because we are using, in one movie, in good movie, I would like to say, you have many layers in one movie. Like you have some goal, maybe like very something that you could see easily, like man who wants to build a tower. Yes, everybody can relate to that and understand that. But also he has personal issues. He's a broken man or like torn because his daughter was taken away from him like 30 years ago, and this is also something I relate very strongly because I had also personal experience that I wasn't able to grow my firstborn, and how you could deal some kind of things where you wouldn't be supposed to deal, I would say. So that's why there is a title, Torn, or Tower. That's why it's we are playing with the word, and I think it's a good way to start if somebody, what is this, that kind of title?
Yeah, I mean, of course, it's a good wordplay, and you also very fluently answered to my first question, what was there a personal experience or event that prompted the creation of this film? So, as I understood, there was something personal that led you to make this film.
Yes, I met with Kalju, our main character, 2018. I didn't know his background story while I met. I just actually saw him on a field, and he was picking potatoes. But what was bizarre, he was picking potatoes while it was snowing already outside, and he was using his kind of bizarre invention to dig out those potatoes. And that very first day already we get to know each other quite well. We got along, and he showed his diaries, and then I already heard that he has that painful story. Like 30 years ago, his wife left him and took their 4-year-old child with him, and he was still struggling with it, and actually even up to now, nearly 40 years later, he still suffers with this issue.
Okay, so we can say this story kind of chose you, not you chose the story. Like it just happened as a coincidence. You find the person you wanted to share his story with the audience.
Yeah, you could say so, but I also see that to make a movie, it takes that much from a filmmaker. Like, for example, this project was made in let's say 6 years. You need to have something very strong that keeps you going on because you know, you could get easily tired, you know, because there is one person, or it doesn't matter, or there is one topic, you need to relate somehow very strongly into it. So I had my personal issues, what I was also dealing in the same time, and it was also in a way making a movie, and at the same time it was kind of healing process for myself. So
okay, yeah, 6 years definitely is a long time period.
Yeah.
So I can only guess that during that everything wasn't as exactly as it was planned. Everything wasn't so clear. So maybe you can tell us what was the biggest challenge with this film?
One thing was to build that tower. Actually, it wasn't his first tower to build. It was already his fourth, although tallest and all of it, but it was his fourth tower. He had his first tower while he became father, so there is also some strong relations with this. But because if you've seen some visuals from that movie, to take one log from up to the hill where he is planning to build the tower, it might take 1 day or 1 week to take that one log up to the hill. So even the very first logs, they got rotten before he started to build that tower because some technical issues and the way he is doing with his inventions, it's also something very unique to see. So building a tower took longer than expected. For me, it was easy. I was there standing with my tripod and camera, but no, he was the one who was doing that hard work.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing with documentaries. It's not scripted. You cannot
Yes.
tell people you have to do that. You just have to see what they are doing and then try to capture the right moment. But as you mentioned, I have seen some of the scenes from the film, and I don't know, do you agree it kind of has some kind of melancholic vibe? Like, it, not that it's a sad film, but all the visual, all the like artistic side, it's rather like melancholic and like this kind of. It's not like a happy film, or?
Yeah, no, there are some funny parts in the movie. That's for sure, but I do agree with you. It is maybe rather melancholy, but I also didn't see that we could talk about this topic of loneliness and not being able to raise your child as a laughing matter or some like a funny movie. And also I'm personally also rather melancholic. I guess it also also I'm a cameraman of this movie, so it all comes together.
Yeah, I think when people see this pure honesty, it's the thing that catches audience mind also. Like feeling emotions after watching more like hard movie. I think it's very important and beautiful thing at the same time. But do you have a favorite frame or scene or shot in this movie? Something that, I don't know, maybe turned out perfectly or even better than you expected?
This is something I need to think, but what I wanted to tell about the melancholy in the movie, actually, people who've seen the movie, they come and tell that it's with a happy end. So there is also something to wait, although it's a slow-based movie. So there are also, of thinking of feelings in the movie, there are also different layers of feelings in the movie. But talking of framings in the movie, I generally like the visual, what we've made. I mean, together with the whole team, also the ones who color graded the movie. So it's rather hard for me to pick my favorite framing.
Okay, but for me personally, music is one thing that's very close to my heart. So, asking from my own point of view, you had a composer for this film, Erkki Pärnoja. Was there a particular reason you chose him for your film, or where did this teamwork came from?
Yeah, well, while we were editing, and that editing process was also rather long, then we were using some ready-made music, which was from one Canadian group, but they were playing very similar type of music what Erkki is making. So we contacted with Erkki, and then he said, "Oh, it's like my music." So actually, finally, he composed the original score. And Erkki, as person, although he came to the board like late on the stage of movie, I'm very happy that I had the chance to meet so wonderful person and artist as Erkki Pärnoja. So yeah, I'm very happy. Okay,
it's only good to hear when things just work out smoothly and and perfectly as natural. But I think I can say you make it's not your first film about strong and independent individuals. Last year you made a film Põrgu katlakütja or Hell's Stoker. So is this your cup of tea to like show to your audience strong and independent individuals, or is it just a coincidence that two like strong men happen to be in your films?
Yeah, I wouldn't put a finger on men, but for sure I would put my finger on strong characters. I do love to see. I love to make character-driven documentaries. This is rather coincidence that there are two male strong characters in these latest films, but previously I've made documentary of lady chimney sweeper, for example, and so on. There was a period I was making documentaries only of female strong characters, and now it seems I'm maybe one more documentary of strong male character, and then I move on to couples because I see, as you were asking before about the framing, I see that I like cinescope framing, which is like wide framing, and for composing it's very nice if you have two people in one frame.
Okay, and I don't know if you already like thought about this, but the main character is named Kalju. And Kalju, if we translate it, means cliff or rock, which is also very strong and very independent thing. So I don't know, did you think about it too, or was it also just a coincidence, or does it in any way resonate with the story or the character itself?
Yes, for sure it resonates. In the stadium of developing the story, also we were often trying to in our paperworks to also to translate while we were applying for different documentary workshops. So of course we were aware of his name or the meaning of his name. We were playing with Sisyphus myth, as he's not only carrying up logs but also stones and so on. So there are this is the beauty of the movie. It doesn't have to hit in the very first second, but you have time to see the connections, to see the layers, and finally when you've seen the whole movie, you can be full of thoughts and emotions which are still working with you, and you still magical work to put all those things together.
Yeah, these little connections, they I don't know, they have some kind of influence. I mean, if I started to think about this Kalju thing, I was already attached, like, wow, maybe this has some kind of meaning, maybe this has some kind of story. But last but not least, it seems like you have a pretty much your own like style. I mean, you do documentary films about strong and independent individuals and so on. But if you had to recommend to me or to our viewers some other film everyone should watch, or just one film recommendation from you.
Yeah, well, for sure, I would recommend Estonian documentaries. This Torn was pitched or was participating in a workshop called Ice and Fire. And that year of Ice and Fire workshop was very strong. There came Sauna Sisterhood, came now Torn, then Kiki Lipsuga Mässaja, what's the title in English?
What the bow tie.
Yes, and also documentaries. First of all.
So everybody should watch documentaries. I think this is a great things to watch. So I think that's all from me. Thank you for coming. I hope you have a pleasant festival. I hope people will love your movie as much as you love it. So thank you for coming in today.
Yeah, thank you.
And thank you for our viewers also. We will see you exactly next time when we have new guests with new films here in the studio. And until then, enjoy Black Nights Film Festival 2024. Thank you for watching us.